Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about a major ice storm for this area and a snowstorm. We could be seeing major ice, mainly ice here, ice along this really general area. Let's make it a little thinner there. That general area, we could be seeing a bunch of ice and freezing rain. Now, this is the GFS. We are starting off with the GFS. We can see prediction. We can see right here in this area, ice and sleet. We can see getting up to 3 centimeters or 3 inches. I actually have no idea. Wait, are they centimeters? Oh, yep. Getting up to 3 inches, 2 inches an hour rate, but it is not going to stay there for long. But here we could be seeing some major ice accumulations there because it is going to be icing there for a while. We could see up to an inch of ice or maybe even two. We'll have to see about that. That is not a certainty. But to be fair, this is 100 hours out. But if you think about it, it's only 4 days out. And yeah, it's a pretty bad ice storm. We could, like I said, be seeing up to 2 inches. This is only one model, and let's go ahead and move on to the next model. This is the next model here, and we are going to and look at it. So it was around 100 hours. 102 was when it was forming, and right here, as we can see, a very strong ice storm here. We can see inches, 1-2 inch rates. GFS doesn't go too hard on the system, but other models do, such as the GFS. But we can see 1 to 2 inches right here, and as we go up, we can see a nice accumulation here for that area. And let's go ahead and move it out. Keep your eyes on this area. We're gonna go frame by frame here, and we can see, right here, uh, you know, the rates are getting much. It's gonna be icing much harder, we could say, but it's gonna be in more compact area, so not as wide of an area for this ice to accumulate. We can see some ice for like Mississippi, like Mississippi, Georgia. I mean, sorry, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee. More likely Tennessee, but a little bit in Mississippi, and we can see some ice in West Virginia, Kentucky, fried chicken state. But we can also see a bunch of ice in Virginia, of course, Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey. Wait, yeah, New Jersey. Those places like that, we could be seeing some ice and some snow for these places. It could be pretty bad because this here we can see a spread, very widespread storm here, reaching a pretty big area all the way from New Jersey and Maryland, all the way down to Tennessee and Kentucky. This will be a widespread once it comes in, but we can see a little bit of warm air sneaking in there into the storm. Could split it apart, but as it goes north, it will get colder, and as it turns to night, it will get colder. And we can see as we move it out, this is when it is turning today, but we can see some very heavy snow for Pennsylvania. North Pennsylvania will be some very heavy snow right there. We could be seeing that's about 6-7 inches an hour rate, but it's only gonna stay there for a few minutes. I mean, for like 30 minutes, but wait. No, for like 10, 20 minutes at max. But we can see the ice still here, but definitely not as widespread. But we can see near the rain and the ice line, we can see some very heavy rates, but it will be moving out off the coast here. Let's go ahead and move it out. And we can see, as we predicted, of the model that it will be moving out here. The general direction it will be moving out, and that's really the end of it for ice. But snow could be accumulating big time here, because this is when one of those perfect situations for ice when the warm and the cold clash, and right in between there is very heavy ice, and right here is very heavy snow. This is pretty strong storm for its pressure here, but this pressure is way off, I think, because how strong the model is predicting here, it does not look like it is going to be this pressure, because it is a pretty high pressure for the looks of the storm. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next model. Hey guys, this is the next model here, and same thing, prediction of the big time ice here. The ice, of course, is going to be pretty bad, but some more snow on this model. We can see an ice pocket right here and a bunch of snow here. Let's go ahead and move it out. So the CMC doesn't really have that much ice, which, I mean, it of course does have some ice, just not as intense as the other models, and it has it a little bit earlier, but it is a Canadian model. But I mean, it's a possibility. We will combine these all together, and I'll give you my uh personal forecast for the storm. And yeah, let's get on to the next model. This is the icon model here, with another model. This model isn't very good. We can see mainly snow with this system, and not really much more. Just snow for for this model. This model isn't really that big of a model. Isn't really that accurate. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on to another model. Hey guys, this is the NAM 32 kilometer, also not a very accurate model, but we still have to review it just for the best forecast. We have to look at a lot of models for the best forecast, and we can see the storm already forming here, with snow bands up to the north and uh, rain and ice to the south, which is basically how these storms form. The moisture from the Gulf and here combined with the cold air from this polar vortex right here, we can see the cold dipping down where the snow and ice is. But yeah, even though the 540 line isn't near the ice, doesn't mean it can't ice and snow. It can be 34 degrees and still snow. Keep in mind 37 even, but it will not stick. It will be very heavy snow. We can see it here clashing with the rain. We can see here clashing with the rain. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to the next model. This isn't really a model that we're going to take in consideration for the precip, but this will be a temperature model we will be looking at. And as we can see, a very strong polar vortex to help these snowstorms come down. We can see it very far. So this is where the snowstorms will ride along, and they will go like this. This is the main path because this is where the cold is and where the warm is. It's just the perfect temperature right in between here, and maybe a little on the warm side or the cold side. It depends on the track and it depends on the jet stream. But the jet stream usually avoids the cold because that's where the Arctic really releases its cold. Usually the jet stream is like this. It usually does not like this high pressure of cold. Usually high pressures could go either way. They could be warmer, they could be cold, but usually in the winter they are pretty warm. Usually low pressure systems are right here. But yeah, that should be it for today's video. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. There will be a link to my Twitch, my another channel I haven't posted on yet, but I will hopefully soon, and a little bit more talk about it. But before I go, I'm gonna tell you guys about my forecast. So let's go ahead and go to the maps. Wait for it to load. Refresh. Sorry about this. Actually wasn't pretty prepared. But load for me, load for me, load for me. And we can see the ice already forming here. Already coming with this system. Ice and snow already forming to the north. It is in the middle of the day and it is raining in my location right here. Very heavy rain. We could be experiencing very heavy rain. Now, this is a ice storm that will be developing. It will be coming through after this one, which this one is a beast for rain. We can see very heavy rain, and we can see it lasting for a while. But my forecast for it's just a really general forecast for this area as of right now, we could be expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow, maybe sneaking into 4 inches. We'll have to see, and about half an inch to an inch of ice, most likely half an inch though, for this area of ice. And then for this whole area, the general is going to be half an inch to 2 inches when the snowstorm comes through, which you will have to be prepared. Do not drive in this type of weather. And yeah, that will be it for this video. See you guys soon. Yeah, bye guys.